Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining this evening. I think we are about to have a really exciting, fun conversation with Angie Frank. Welcome, Angie. Thanks for being here this evening.
Thank you so much for having me, Esther. I'm so excited to be here.
And you are with Sunset Barn. Tell everyone that's viewing, what is Sunset Barn?
Well, Sunset Barn Family Farm is the name that we gave to our little family farm here in Hoople, Illinois. We moved here about 4 years ago, and what I thought was just going to be living in the country with a couple cats and a couple chickens turned into quite a passion of mine.
So we can see some of the animals behind you. What do you have behind you, Angie?
We raise Katahdin hair sheep is one of the things that we specialize in. So we just had 5 or 6 lambs in the last 2 weeks. Super exciting time here on the farm for everyone. So
coronavirus crisis does not stop Mother Nature from working.
No, the sheep were in full force. All the moms had great luck. I think I had 2 or 3 first-time moms. All did wonderful. I mean, it was amazing, and it never gets old, witnessing birth and new life, especially in a time like this.
Yeah, I believe it. So Sunset Barn Family Farms is in Henry County. Is that right? Tell us a little bit about where you're at, how people can connect with you, what you do.
So what we do basically is our main focus is poultry. We raise and sell 9 different breeds of heritage and rare poultry, mostly chickens. We do have 2 breeds of turkeys, a couple of breeds of ducks, some quail, some geese, and peacocks. So we raise these, and we have an online store. We sell locally, but we sell mostly day-old poultry and hatching eggs for others to be able to purchase and raise themselves. That's pretty much the main focus right now. We have last year added broilers, otherwise known as meat chickens, to the lineup. We hatch and sell those as day-old chicks, again, for others to raise out for meat. And then we do processed chicken for folks to purchase as, ready to consume and have a lovely meal at the table. The sheep are building. We're building the sheep flock. We're a small flock, limited on land for those, but we hope to be able to offer those for breeding stock.
Well, now you have 4 more lambs. So.
I know. So building it up. Yeah.
How has coronavirus time affected your ability to connect with consumers and to sell your products? How are you affected right now?
It has actually, for us, it's, and to spin it on a positive side, it's increased business by crazy. I cannot keep up with the demand of folks that are wanting to get chickens for eggs, raising their own meat chickens, just buying local fresh food. I think it's really wakening up some folks out there that want to go that route. So it's been we're very blessed for that. It's not decreased business, it's increased it. I'm having a hard time keeping up.
Wow. Yeah. I've been reading in preparation for our conversation. I was reading a little bit about how family farms are bringing innovative ways to connect with consumers. And rather than just doing the traditional farmers markets, because we don't have that right now,
right.
There's a lot of creativity going on to be able to sell product to people that want it, and also all the interruptions that we're having with our supply food chain. People are going direct to the farmers instead of going to the grocery store.
Exactly. We've had a lot of folks that want the fresh chicken eggs. We used to sell some for eating. That's not always been our main focus. We hatch a lot of them, for others to then raise themselves. Mm-hmm. But we do sell that too. And there's been a shortage on that. There's been a lot of different ways that it has impacted us on connecting with the people out there via, Facebook and all the wonderful connections we have. I have a website now, so it has not slowed us down one bit. So like I said, very fortunate on that.
I love they're joining in the conversation. Here they come.
Yeah, there's some of them. There's Ariel coming.
Hi, Ariel.
Oh, and we got some lambs. Oh, here's Iris. You hear the little ones back there too.
Wow. You have children, Angie. Is that right?
Yes, I do. They're over on the trampoline. They wanted to make a hello sometimes. I'll see if they run over. But yeah, I have an 8-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter.
And how do they like growing up?
The lamb was bang. I missed that question.
How do they enjoy growing up on the farm?
Oh my gosh, I think they love it. I hope so. I know there's some days that it isn't all rainbows and unicorns and cupcakes. I mean, they have a very well-rounded experience here with what they get to see. But Violet has really expressed a lot of interest in showing and done a lot of sheep shows. Easton has joined in on those too. And yeah, he'll be out there with me opening the gates when I need to get through, and Violet will carry the feed buckets. So, and like I said, they want to get involved more with showing. Probably won't have those this summer, so it's been kind of a bummer, but we'll have more to come. And maybe we're trying to think of some creative things to maybe do to, take place since we won't have those.
Okay. So one of the big concerns that we have with COVID going on is just small businesses surviving during this time. And it's great that your business is growing with the greater demand.
Somebody walked by. Did you want to say hi real fast? We'll say hi real fast. There we go. And there's the other one. Say hi, Esther.
Nice to meet you. Fun on the trampoline? Yeah.
What's that?
Did you guys have fun on the trampoline?
Yeah.
Good. So I was asking about small business and people supporting small business and shopping locally. And so, Angie, I just kind of want to hear your perspective on what does it mean and how can people support local businesses during coronavirus crisis?
Well, it's especially with food. I think sourcing food from a local farmer when things like this happen, where there wasn't meat available for a time there and eggs, what's your next options? This has been around for a while, and there's been many local farms that have beef for sale locally, but it's always just easier, I think, to go to the grocery store and purchase it there. Possibly it's just the mindset of changing it to this. And now that we have outbreaks at some of these plants where they're not processing and there's not meat available, well, now where is there still availability at? So just bringing that out, and it's showing that there is still availability here at a local level. I hope that there's more of it to come. I really hope so. And I think one of the biggest things is just letting folks know that we're out here and trying to, if you don't have the farmers markets, you can still buy direct from farmers too. So, but any small business, I mean, it's so important to really try to buy locally if you can. I mean, gosh.
But I know, especially coming out of this, I mean, I've personally been frustrated in some of the people highlighting like, well, why could we go to a big box store like a Walmart or something and buy clothes, but we can't go to a boutique shop or a local, like, it is very frustrating that we're not able to support our local businesses as much as we might want to right now.
Right.
It's all about community involvement and supporting the community. And I know that's something that you believe in, Angie, to so much so that you are also running for office. Is that right?
I am. Yep. I'm running for county board and hopefully being able to put in and do some good there too. So I'm super excited for that and hope that maybe some of my motives are wanting to, bring back some of the small farms and make some of that more accessible to people in my community will, have some more awareness here in Henry County. So hopefully, but if not, there's many things that, I'm willing to help out on and just to bring a positive spin back to our county on some certain topics and things. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if there's one thing that I have really, this experience of running for political office has solidified for me is that every single one of us can get involved. We can make a difference. And it's amazing that you're running for county board to just be part of the process that improves your community. Yeah,
I think it's important to try to let others know too of what you can do just at your house too, as far as being not as that you don't have to be able to grow your own or raise your own sheep for lamb or have your own cow for meat. But I mean, little things like just having your own garden to have your own vegetables. If you are in a city where you can have chickens and you have your own eggs, being self-sustainable, that was one of the things that when I moved out here to the country, that was really important for me and my family, and just to try to, not be so dependent on our food chain or in our food. It's scary that, like I said, when something like this happens and there's 4 big companies out there that control 80% of like the cattle production, it's crazy. So, when one of those falls out, there's a chain reaction there. So Yeah. So hopefully, you know, again, raising that awareness in my community and just getting back to a few generations ago where more farms raised livestock, more had poultry, and getting down to that smaller scale farmer again. I hope to be able to grow my farm. I'm teeny tiny, but I hope to grow a little bit more, but I don't ever want to be a huge farm. I like the small family farm feel. So
great. Well, how can people get a hold of you, Angie, if they would like to reach out or buy product from you?
I do have a website, so www.sunsetbarnfamilyfarm.com, and that has pretty much all our offerings right now. We're in full chick season still right now. It's extended. Usually March and April are pretty busy. By May, we kind of start winding down, but I do sell through the fall. I have it peaks back up in the fall. Oh, and I have a lamb back over here again. So anyway, yeah, everything's on there, and I've tried to streamline it as much as possible with folks can go on and order chicks directly off of there. We are still doing pickup with social distancing in mind, you know, but folks can come out to the farm. We're just not doing much farm tours, or I can't hug, which is really hard for me because I'm kind of oh, thank you for buying from us, and hug. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I can't do that, and it's odd, but I'm sure some people might appreciate it. But
I'm looking forward to a day when I can hug friends and family and supporters and people. Just hugging people is so meaningful. So I'm with you on that as well. I look forward to that in the future.
And even just shaking hands. Like I've had somebody come out here, what was it for? And I wanted to shake his hand, and it was like, he's like, I can't do that. And it's just so hard for me to not be able to do that. So, but anyway, yeah, so we have the website. We sell hatching eggs across the country. We go every Tuesday, still to the post office, which has been a different experience too. But we ship hatching eggs all across the country. We do, I think I had 2 orders for Florida, North Carolina, but of course that can be locally picked up too. So we do that at a local level. The meat chickens, those are all out of stock right now, of course, but we will have some more coming. We'll do another round of those in the future. So all that's posted on my website. And then I do have a Facebook page and an Instagram page that we're pretty in tune with things too. So,
well, what I really love listening to you, Angie, is just picking up on how innovative and creative you've been during this time. And it sounds like you're meeting the challenge and turning it into an opportunity, which is just, yeah. That to me, that is the bread and butter of being a small business owner, is doing what you're doing. And so I really respect and congratulate you on doing well during a crisis.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's good to just stay positive and try to keep it going. You know, I mean, that's all you can do. Even in a time like this, you got to just try and keep it as good, best as you can, and go pray and hope for better days to come. So I do feel for others that, you know, aren't as fortunate, you know, so sometimes I don't want to say so much about we're doing, you know, so well still, but it's like, you know, others are suffering. So it is. Yeah.
And yeah, it goes back to what we were talking about just a few minutes ago about uplifting the community, like finding ways to give back and contribute. And when people are having a hard time right now, how do we connect with them and help them as well and help uplift them? So
Exactly. And that's what we try to do too with some things. We try to keep videos going online. I post a lot of pictures. It's amazing how, even though maybe folks can't come out here and pet the animals, but just being able to see pictures of them on Facebook. I was doing like, you see Iris. We do like, what was my feature for a while? I did sounds at sunset, and it's just the sounds of the chickens and the geese out at night. And for some, I think that's a really soothing, peaceful thing to be able to maybe get a little glimpse into that. And if it helps a few, hey, you know, I'm happy that if it can bring some smiles. And the kids, of course, seeing the kids with, we did a live thing with a lamb that was being born and put a video on for others to watch, because a lot of people don't get to experience those kind of things. So trying to share it as much as we can with others from a virtual way that a lot of folks are finding is different and in its ways, as well as remote learning for school and all that has been challenging, but you can still try to bring some positives out of it too. So
well, Angie, thank you so much for sharing some of that with us during this conversation. It's so great to get to talk with you. Thank you for being on live with me today, and we'll see you again soon.
I appreciate it, Esther. Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you out there.